If I had to pick any house in Bozeman that's on the market right now, this is the one I'd buy. It transports you to a whole other part of the world. Let's go take a look. This home is truly one of a kind. Like I said before, it's my favorite home on the market right now, and it just has such a different and unique look for this area. You can see the mixed materials for the siding and the stonework. Even the landscaping is a little bit different from what you typically see. French casement windows. There is a wood-burning stove inside as well, or wood-burning fireplace, excuse me, inside as well that we will see soon. Just want to take you around that outside first. You are on a corner lot. As you can see here, we are in the Blackwood Groves subdivision. This is the portion of the neighborhood that individual builders can purchase lots. So I'll show you across the street, there will be other homes there, but if you look beyond the dumpster, that's Blackwood Groves Park. Playground, creek, lots of trees. There's also a pickleball court over that direction as well. And then you're looking south of town currently. So, as you can see, Inspirato is the contractor on this build. They have really done something unique here. So as you can see, the garage is accessed on this side instead of the front, and then those stairs take you to the ADU that we will see later. If you continue north, you're in Alder Creek subdivision, which is a very desirable neighborhood as well. So all around, just a really popular location. You can see there is a house under construction right across the street there. I believe that is all park space on that corner. And then you will have a home across the street there. Asphalt shingle roof, if you couldn't see before. I've had a few people ask me about these chains that you see on some homes here. Really, it's just off the gutter. It helps flow of water, and in the winter they will ice up. Some people really like that look. So it's just pretty common to see here these days. Large metal doors. Entryway better. With the mirror, it's kind of hard to tell on camera, but here, entryway here. Take off my shoes. And something that's also unique to this home is the archways. Engineered oak floors. You can see the wood fireplace there. Lots of light. Big windows. Reclaimed timbers. I really love the arches in here. Such a unique property. Not something you typically see in this area at all, which is why I like it. It's so different. You have your dining area over here. It's not a wide table, but it is long. Those chairs are pretty big, so I think you could see 8 comfortably. Custom light fixtures throughout as well. They're all different. A little bit of a close-up of this fireplace here. And this, again, is south-facing, so you're going to get a lot of light in this room. Obviously, there's no curtains or any sort of window treatments in here currently, but keep in mind you would want to add them because you are going to get quite a bit of light in this room and heat as well, which if you're like me and you're always cold, that's great, but keep it in mind for summer. It does have central AC. Okay, coming off the living room, you'll see here there are a couple steps down. You have Café appliances that are all that white. Island's really unique as well. Definitely makes me feel like the best parts of an older cottage style home, but obviously it feels brand new. Natural stone backsplash, pot filler. I think that's something that's always nice to have if you're a big cook, not having to carry big pots of water. 6 burners on the gas range. Accent lighting as well, and your hood system's tucked away up there. You don't really notice it until you're right there because of this wood accent. More shelving and accent lighting. Lots of counter space before you even look at the island. Farmhouse sink. Does have a disposal. And then you can see the windows facing east. You have some bottle storage there as well. And it does have a drawer freezer at the bottom with ice. And then I'll show you this side of the island as well, because I just think it's very charming. I love that you can have your veggie storage there if you want to. Slats are in there. I'll pull one out so you can see. There's slats in there, great for potatoes, onions, apples. Some deeper cabinets as well. And then just off of that, you have a powder bath. All of the rooms in here have an ensuite bath, and then you have the powder bath here as well. And you'll see this floor again upstairs. With the niche and then an accent ceiling. And across from the kitchen is one side of your courtyard. Your primary suite is going to be the doors on that other side there, which we'll see in a minute. But that brings in a lot of light as well. And then this is your access to the garage. So you don't have a true mudroom in this home. You do have some cabinets here. And I'll take you out to the garage when we go to the ADU because that'll be the quickest way to see it. As you can see, the oak floors continue throughout. This is an engineered product. Some people prefer a soft natural hardwood over the engineered. I think the engineered holds up a lot better, and it still has a really great solid feel under your feet. One little side note, you do have floor outlets, which is handy for your side tables. All right, so you have your entry over there, your staircase to the second and third bedroom, and then this entire wing is your primary suite. Big mirror at the end there. First door is your walk-in closet. You do have built-ins. Your crawl space access is in here as well. And then you have your own laundry for the primary suite. So stackable unit could go in here. And it does have a tile floor instead of a wood floor, which is a very small detail, but if you ever had a leak with your washer and dryer, that would be very nice to have. And then here is your primary bath, tile floor. Same finishes as the kitchen with the cabinetry, or at least it looks the same. I don't know if it's exactly the same. Futura cabinets are in here. Freestanding tub. And it does have another little niche here and a chandelier. And then your shower, it's a very deep shower. It does have a bench as well. So you have a window, waterfall shower head at the top. And then you have a wand over here. You can see the niche on the end there, and you have a bench. And the floor is a different pattern, or that herringbone style. And then right across from the shower, you have the toilet in its own room. And then we continue across the hall into the bedroom itself. This is a king-size bed. It's not a huge room, but for me, as a person who really only spends time in their bedroom to sleep, I don't need a ton of space. You do have these arch built-ins nooked on either side here. And then you also have another door to the courtyard. So right across the way is where we were standing earlier in the kitchen. And then you have a window to the rest of the backyard, which is currently being landscaped as we speak. So when we go out there later, keep in mind there will be sod very soon. Do have the vaulted ceiling in here as well. I really love these wood beams. So beautiful. All right, let's move on to the upstairs. So upstairs you have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and an additional laundry area. Flooring continues throughout, and you do have carpet in the bedrooms. So you have one here, and then across the way is the other. So you have really good separation of space. Everyone's got their own privacy. So bedroom number 2. It is a more narrow room. I do think if you're putting a bed in here, you're more likely to put it on this wall here just because of the window distance, or if it's smaller than a queen size, you could put it off of here or maybe even on this wall. It is kind of narrow. I'll show you. It is long. But you wouldn't have a ton of walk space depending on where you put it, the bed. So just keep that in mind for your floor plan, like your layout. Then your closet is right before the bathroom. It doesn't have a pole or anything in it currently. And you do have some towel storage over here. And I like that they have outlets in the cabinets, because if you have something like a towel warmer, that's a nice thing to be able to tuck away. Okay, on to bedroom number 3. You do have a vault. If I didn't say that before, you do have a vault in this bedroom as well. And then these windows overlook your courtyard and your backyard. Now here is where your laundry would be for upstairs. Bedroom number 3, it is a little larger than the other one. And again, it has those same nook built-ins that the primary suite has. And your closet is over here on this one. And it does have a closet system in here. Something to keep in mind, since the screens are in here, I'll just mention it now. If you are looking at new construction, about 99% of the time, you'll notice there are no screens on the windows when you're looking at it. That is to keep them from getting dirty or ruined when they're not done with landscaping yet. Construction is dusty and landscaping is dirty, and they'll put them in when they're done. Just something to keep in mind. So we see that flooring again in this bathroom, and then the same vanity and hardware that we saw in the other. This one does have a tub though. It's a fiberglass tub with a tiled shower, whereas the other bedroom, it was just a shower. Let's go check out the ADU that is over the garage. It does have its own access outside. There's a staircase next to the garage, so it's completely private. I'll give one last pan of this room. All right, so you have a 2-car garage. And it does have, as you can see, a man door to the backyard, which we'll take a look at in just a minute. And then over here, you also have a little storage bench area for your coats and your boots. And there is a heater in here, so conditioned space, which I think is a great add-on since there's not a true mudroom inside. And then you can see your furnace. There's a giant box, but behind that giant box, you do have a furnace here. And let me see if I can see the water. See if there's a water heater. There is. So your water heater and your furnace are accessed through this door in the garage. Okay. So out this way is the staircase to the ADU. So let's head up there. And there is, as you can see, cute little pathway. There right now there's plenty of street parking, so if they're not parking in the driveway, which I would imagine they're probably not, there's still plenty of parking nearby. Something to keep in mind, the staircase is open so that snow and ice do not build up in the wintertime. That's something you'll probably see here quite a bit. So when you walk in, you are in the kitchen. Get my shoes off. You have this butcher block counter for some cabinet space. You could easily put a cute little bistro table in this spot right here. There's definitely room for at least 2 chairs. And then it's not the same appliance package in here. These are Frigidaire, but it is a gas range. Looks like quartz counters. And you have 4 burners, and then that one in the middle would be great for a griddle top or a flat top. And you do have a large sink as well. And then this refrigerator is a little bit smaller than your typical. And again, it has the freezer drawer, just like in the main home. Little bench and another little nook there. I love how they have all these little nooks hidden everywhere. And then this would be your bedroom. So you have a little bump out there. You would put your bed right here. Back up a little. And then instead of having a closet in this room, you have these built-ins. Your bathroom over here. See the floor tile. Continuation of the hardware and finishes from the main home. You have a tiled shower. See the niche there. Waterfall shower head. And your window overlooks the backyard. And then over here, you would put a washer and dryer. Now, I am curious, keep in mind, this here is pretty low on that angle. So you definitely want to measure. I don't know if it can be a stackable system or if it could need to be one of those all-in-one machines. But either way, it has its own laundry. This would technically be your living room. It is small, but you could fit a couch or 2 chairs, your TV. You can see the outlet for it is right there. So your TV would be on that wall. So in my mind, you would probably have a chair as opposed to a couch. Get creative with it. You do have this window seat here, so there is seating already built in. Let's go look at the backyard. Right, so we just came down the steps of the ADU. So this is kind of your side yard area. Like I said, this is in the process of being landscaped, so this will all be sod. You can see the trees have already gone in, so we'll start at the street there. The neighbor has their fence up, as you can see. Lots of different trees. When these grow in, you'll have quite a bit of privacy. I'll show you where the corner is. Back there. So there will be sod on both sides of these trees. Give you an idea of what's going on. And then you have this fire pit area. That is gravel. There's your other side of the side yard. Maybe one more from this angle. Really charming backyard. And then continuing on this path to the courtyard. So that door takes you to the kitchen. That window area is the breezeway to the primary suite, and then that's your primary. I would love to get your thoughts on this property. Do you love it? Do you hate it? How do you feel? I'd love to get your thoughts, and follow me for more Bozeman property tours.